up, you guys? So today I wanted to start a new series where I go through and I just rank characters from a book or TV or movie or series or whatever, just ranking the characters in the show, in the books, whatever, because I feel like it'd be fun to do. So I'm deciding to start off with Grey's Anatomy because I've been rewatching Grey's Anatomy recently and I've been watching the new season and I've been loving having some new intern faces. And so I'm gonna go back and look at all of the other characters who have been in Grey's Anatomy and kind of remember who I like and who I don't like. I've got the list of the main characters from Grey's Anatomy pulled up on my computer in front of me, and we're just gonna start with Meredith. Obviously, she's the main of the main characters, and she's probably one of my least favorite characters. So we're gonna start with her just on the list because there's nobody else to rank with her yet, but she is someone who I find to be kind of bland and boring. She's gone through a lot, don't get me wrong, but her drama has been so McDreamy focused that when McDreamy left, it made her feel a little bit like a lost puppy. She is on the list, but she's probably gonna be on the lower side of the list. Next up, we have McDreamy. I really like him and I really miss him. It was really cool to see him come back in the COVID season. Again, I miss him and Meredith and their relationship and that developing and all of the complicated things that kind of happen there, but also him and like his family relationship and his family dynamic, because I just really loved that and I feel like it brought so much to the show. So he is above Meredith for now. We'll see where everyone else lands. Oh, also, I'm not using like the normal ranking thing that people use. I'm doing this more of a like Eugene from Try Guys style where I'm like literally like lining everything up because my computer sucks. And so I can't really use that. So I'm just using my computer how I can. So next up is Alex Karev. I love Alex. I miss him so much. I'm gonna put him at the top for right now, cause like I really miss him. I really loved him learning that he was gonna do peds and like him changing from wanting to do plastics and him developing a heart. Like he is the Grinch that had the heart that grew so many sizes bigger. Up next we have Izzy. I did not particularly like Izzy. I thought she was too emotional. She got too involved, right? Like she just was so much all of the time. And she would just get so angry over like nothing, it would feel like. So I'm actually gonna put her just above Meredith. Meredith is probably gonna wind up last just because I really don't like Meredith. I have started to like her a little bit more in this latest season just because I do actually like her love interest that she's got now, and I feel like this most current love interest characterization wasn't completely fumbled and I actually know who this character is and I'm not kind of confused as to who this person is and what they're doing here. Next up, we have Jackson Avery. I like Jackson. He's not my favorite though. He's kind of boring. He's very meh. He's very middle of the road. He has a lot of good things going for him, but he is also really annoying, especially in the way that he kind of relates to Kepner sometimes, and I do not like Kepner. She is probably one of my least favorite characters in the show. Let's go ahead and just put Kepner on the list already. Kepner is below Meredith, okay? Kepner is annoying. Like, I am curious to see if she comes back in the new season, but honestly, I don't really care. Jackson, on the other hand, Jackson is below McDreamy just because he could be more interesting. He could have had more interesting dynamics and relationships going on. He just didn't. Up next, we've got Mark Sloan. I love Mark Sloan. Oh my God, I miss him so much. His death was heartbreaking. Him and Lexi were like my favorite couple, and it literally broke me down so much. Like I cry to this day going back and rewatching that episode. He is gonna go above Alex. Oh, and by the way, there will be spoilers for the show kind of sprinkled throughout, but I think everyone knows that a lot of characters die, so I apologize if I ruined that for you. Up next, we've got Owen. I also hate Owen. Owen is annoying. He's way too serious all the time. Like, I get that he's ex-military, but they like play that up way too much, and they make people from the military seem like they are always on. And like, I know people who are in like Army and Marines and stuff, and like, they're not always on like that. Like, there's definitely times when they're on, but they're not always on. And so it's just really annoying to see that be how people from the military are represented, just because I feel like it's so overblown. But also I do like how they address some of the issues that people from the military do definitely have with like people not necessarily caring for them rightly, or people not acknowledging the ways that the military can hurt people and like PTSD and those things. Like I really liked that and that representation there, but I do feel like he was just overblown as being so serious, and he still is just way too serious. I do kind of like the conflicts that have happened in the latest seasons with him. I'm curious to see how that's gonna go and how that's gonna resolve. So Owen, I'm gonna put above Kepner, below Meredith. Up next, we've got Christina. Christina's probably my favorite character in the show. She's gonna go at the top right now. She is the one that I find most relatable. She is the one who's got like so much drive and ambition and so much heart, even though she seems like she's heartless. And I really love the very real problems that she goes through, like the stuff with, you know, not wanting to have kids and that really impacting her relationships, and having abortions and how that impacts her relationships, and how a lot of complicated things more complicated. I love her random dance parties with Meredith. I really miss her, and I hope that she comes back to the show one day. So next is George. Oh, George, he's so cute. He's so sweet. He really broke my heart too when he died, especially in the way that it happened, because I do think that him joining the military would have been so interesting to see, but you know, then he has to be a good guy and like save someone's life, but it's fine. So George, I think I'm gonna put below Jackson, above Izzy, because he was a good character. He was a good guy. Next up is Amelia. I really like Amelia. I've watched some of her scenes from Private Practice. I haven't watched all of Private Practice, and I love how she starts out. I love how complex she is. I love her struggles with drugs, and I love how open she is about that, and I just really love that representation there. I think I'm gonna put Amelia above McDreamy, below Alex, because she is a really good character, but she does have some slightly annoying moments, especially like in these last few seasons with like Link and that whole relationship that's going on and not going on. I just wish that wasn't a thing anymore. I just wish Link could like not be Link, because he's really bringing her character down. So up next is Jo Wilson. She's just very like mad to me. I don't care for her a whole lot. I don't love her scenes. I don't love her moments, but she is still a really strong character. I'll probably put her above George, but below Jackson, just because her and Alex's relationship I don't think was done very well. Like, I didn't particularly like her and Alex together, and so I think that really brought her character down. So up next is Callie Torres. I don't really miss Callie. I miss Arizona, but I don't miss Callie. So I think Callie is gonna go above Owen. She definitely had some moments that were really good, but she was just kind of really boring and annoying to watch. So I just didn't really like Callie. Up next is Lexi. I love Lexi. I'll probably put Lexi in between Amelia and McDreamy, just because she was such a fun character to have in the show. I really liked how she brought in some different dynamics for Meredith, and I really loved all of the struggles and stuff that she went through, and I loved her relationships that she had with the different characters. Next, we got Kai Bartley. This is a very recent addition to the show, and I love them. Kai is such a cool character, and I really love Kai and Amelia's relationship right now, and it's part of the reason why I'm really annoyed with Link. Like, I want Link to just let them be happy. Like, let Kai and Amelia be happy. It's just so frustrating that he won't. So Kai is gonna go... Oh goodness, where's Kai gonna go? I think I like Kai about as much as I like Amelia, so I'm gonna put Kai under Lexi, above McDreamy, because I haven't had enough time to get to know Kai to really love Kai like I loved Lexi, but Kai is definitely up there. Andrew DeLuca. So Andrew DeLuca, I definitely enjoyed his character. I kind of miss him. Like, he hasn't been around for a while. I'm gonna put him under McDreamy just because he wasn't around for a very long time, but I really loved his conflict with Alex and everything that kind of happened there, and I just wish that he would come back because I don't really remember why he left, and I just miss him a little bit. Okay, now we're on to Nick Marsh. I don't really remember him that well when he came into the show. I know him now a lot more where we're at in the show, but I just don't remember him from whenever he came on the show. I don't really remember the later seasons as well as I do kind of the ones in the middle. I think I'm gonna put him between Jo and Jackson just because I don't remember him that well, but I do like him where we're at now. And again, I think that he's just the best love interest we've had for Meredith post McDreamy death. Next up, we've got Addison Montgomery. Oh my god, I love Addison. I really love that she's come back into the show a little bit. I really hope that she stays in the show. I need to go and watch all of Private Practice so I know where that ends with her, because I've watched some of Private Practice, but I haven't watched all of it, and I just really love her and I really miss her. So I think I'm gonna put Addison above Sloane, but under Christina. Next up, we've got Miranda Bailey. Oh my god, Bailey is top. Bailey is my favorite character of all time. Like, Bailey is amazing. Bailey, like, starts off this show so well. She has so many, like, like awesome struggles and really relatable struggles for a lot of people between trying to be a mom and trying to have a career. Next up, we've got Arizona Robbins. I love Arizona. She's gonna go above Alex, but she's gonna stick with Alex just because her and Alex were like the best duo for peds. And I loved how much she taught him, and I loved how she challenged him, and I love how both of those characters helped each other really develop. And I really love the struggles that Arizona went through. Preston Burke. Preston Burke is last. I hate Burke. I hate him so much. Do I have to say more? I just don't like him. Next is Denny Duquette. I didn't like Denny either. Denny will put above Burke. Denny was just boring, and he just created so many challenges for people. I just wish Denny didn't Denny. Yeah, that's kind of it. And I wish Izzy had never met Denny just because I hated that whole thing that she went through with him. That's part of the reason why I don't like Izzy. It's just because she gets way too emotional, and I feel like that was one of those moments where she just got way too emotional and went hella crazy, and I feel like he was more of a plot device than a character in that way. So Maggie Pierce. I like Maggie. I don't know that I like her as much as Christina. I do like her about as much as I like Amelia though. So I'll put her up with Amelia. So she's in between Amelia and Alex. She is a great character. She has been a great addition to the show, and I like having a family for Meredith now, like feeling like Meredith has this found family that is partly related to her, partly not, partly married into the family. Like she's just got such a family now, and I love it. And I love Maggie being there for her, and I really love Maggie standing up for the things that she believes in and being so well spoken and being just such a strong character. So next up is Teddy. I really like Teddy. I don't like her like a whole lot compared to other characters. I think that she would go under George in between Izzy just because she is a good character. She's got a lot going for her, but right now she's just really annoying because she's just so angry, and I'm just tired of her being angry. Next up, we have Nathan Riggs. I remember nothing about him, so I'll put him in between Callie and Meredith because he was a love interest for Meredith at one point, so he's okay. Next is Richard Weber. I like Weber. I don't love him just because I feel like he can get kind of emotional too, and I understand why, but like he just needs to chill sometimes. I'll put Weber above Meredith in between Meredith and Izzy. Next, we've got Levi Schmidt. I love him. I love Schmidt. Oh my goodness, I was so scared when he was about to like leave the show or some shit. I wish like he didn't go through that, but like I love that moment where he just lost a patient and then like he lost it a little bit. His relationship with Nico, I love it, and I miss that, and I want to see more of that. I'm just so excited for him and Nico to get back together eventually. Levi will put between DeLuca and Kai. Next is Link. I don't like Link. We can put Link above Owen though. He's not as annoying as Owen, but Link is quite annoying. He's quite like entitled feeling, and I just wish he just didn't. Next up, we've got Megan Hunt. Yeah, I don't like her at all. We'll put her above Kepner. Her addition to the show, I just don't feel like she adds a whole lot to the show. Next is Stephanie. Oh my god, I miss Stephanie. Stephanie will go above Sloane, between Addison and Sloane, because she was amazing. She was an amazing character. I don't remember why she wound up leaving, but oh my god, I loved her. Or did she die? Oh my god, I think she died. Like, I think she got blown up. Is that what it is? Oh, okay. So she did get burned a lot, but she didn't die, and that's why she left. Sorry, had to Google it because I love her. I miss her. I wish she would come back because she was a great character. Next up is Erica Hahn. Erica will go above Burke. She was just way too like bossy and way too entitled feeling. Didn't like her. Oh, this person's on the list. So I don't know how to pronounce this name. I'm gonna say it, and it's probably going to be pronounced wrong, but I believe it is Boki. She's a scrub nurse. She's featured in a lot of different surgeries, and she speaks a very small amount. I think I heard her like talk in a recent episode, and it was pretty cool. She's gonna go top of the list. She's not Bailey level. We'll put her above Sloane because she needs more respect than Sloane. These people are god tier. Next up, we've got Nico. I love Nico. I'll put him under Levi because he broke up with Levi, and that broke my heart. Well, he didn't break up with Levi. Levi broke up with him, but he hasn't taken Levi back yet, so that breaks my heart. Next up, we've got Cormac Hayes. He was probably one of my least favorite love interest for Meredith post McDreamy, just because I don't know him that well, and I feel like his characterization was done really badly, so that he is kind of just a confusing character. We'll put him in between Meredith and Nathan. Next up is Henry Burton. I did not like Henry. I don't like it when we have these just like random dudes who are in for a few episodes and who just cause problems for other characters by having pretty significant health complications. So Henry, I think I'll put above Owen because he's better than Owen, but I'll put him below Link. He was a good character. I just wish he didn't have all the health issues and die and then cause all the other shit to happen with like Christina. Next up is Karasik. I love Karasik. I'm gonna put him in between Sloane and Ramen. I don't know that I need to say why, just because he's like an amazing character. He's so snarky and I love it. Next is Leah Murphy. She's okay. I'll put her above Izzy. She gives me Izzy vibes. But I also really appreciate her character and some of the things that she did and like how she helped by submitting like those complaints about relationships and stuff. Or at least I think that was her, if I remember correctly, just because that stuff was all really messy and really bad and really poorly handled by Grace Sloane, and like it needed to be said. Next is Taryn Helm. She is Levi's friend. I feel like she is underutilized in the show right now, and so I'm gonna put her kind of low just because I wish that she had more screen time so I could get to know her better. I'll put her below Leah Murphy but above Izzy. I feel like she's more middle of the pack. Now I'm looking at like my low end of the list. Next up, we've got Karina DeLuca. She is gonna go above Link. I don't feel like we get enough of her on the show. And what we do get, she's just so bossy. Next up is Heather Brooks. Brooks was awesome. I don't remember what happened to her. I think she died, but she was awesome. She was fun, and I miss her so much. She's gonna go in between Andrew DeLuca and Jackson for me. Next is Lucy Fields. I really liked Lucy. I really appreciated some of her moments, but I don't like what she did to Alex at the end there. So I'm gonna put her in between Henry and Owen, just because I wish that she had not done that and not screwed him over. Next is Dr. Penelope Blake. She's the one who killed McDreamy. That was all really rough and difficult to deal with, but I'll put her above Meredith because I do think that she handled a lot of that stuff with grace and handled herself well. So next is Catherine Avery. I don't like her. She's annoying to me. I'm gonna put her between Erica and Burke. My main thing that I don't like about her is she just comes across a little bit bossy, and like I get it, she's a queen bee, she is the queen, she is running her own foundation and she's like this badass doctor and she really has earned her titles there. I just wish that she still felt like she had a little bit more humility. Next up is Nicole Herman. Oh my goodness, I did not like her. She's still not as bad as Burke. She's gonna go in between Avery and Burke. Similar deal to Avery. She just needed a little bit more humility. Next up is Sadie Harris. Oh, I hated her. She's worse than Burke. I guess Burke isn't last. She really just was not a good character. She did a lot of bad things. Next up is Eliza Minnick. I liked her. I miss her. I'll put her in between Jackson and Brooks. I feel like she just could have added a lot more to the show had she been in it longer, but she wasn't. So that is my ranking of the Grey's Anatomy characters. I am probably gonna make a few more videos like this where I'm just kind of ranking characters from different shows, different books, different whatevers. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, all of those things, and comment down below kind of your favorite characters and where you would put them in your ranking list for Grey's Anatomy. And comment down below any other shows, books, whatever you want me to do this for. I will see you in my next video. Bye.